Hello, welcome back to another game. We're on Arabia yet again just because it's one of my favourite maps. I think it's where we see some of the best aggressive playstyles in the game, which we should see hopefully from these players here today. But really, we're just getting back into the swing of things, so I'm going to kind of hang out on my home turf, then we'll move over into some more exciting maps, I absolutely promise. One thing I do want to say before we kind of kick into this one, both players here do have streams on Twitch. I'll actually link both their streams in the description as well. It's always great to get behind some players, support them. So, guys, follow, get in, subscribe, whatever you kind of feel like. They stream, let's get behind them, and they're very, very talented players. Slam, known for some of his, I would say some of the most aggressive playstyle in the game at the moment. Bact, same time, pretty much the master of forwarding at the moment. I'd say he's got a mad economy that he can really build up, but at the moment he seems to be doing a lot of forwarding, which is really, really interesting. So we'll see exactly how this game does play out. So, let's see what we've got, move from there, and really get into the game. Again, links are in the description, jump over, follow them, and give them support, alright guys? In the orange, playing as the Indians, we do have Tyrant Bact. Over in the blue, we do have former teammate, now that he belongs to Secret, we have Slam, playing as the Aztecs. Overall here, I wouldn't say it's an unbalanced matchup. Both players do have a lot of options here overall. I would say that Bact kind of has missed out a little bit. Just in the terms that Indians, of course, don't have access to the Nightline. They will be using mostly camels to kind of do that raiding damage if they want to get in and play that aspect of things. As the Aztecs, of course, I mean, Slam can't produce knights, can't produce cavalry. So really the camel's bonus kind of falls away a little bit there. Of course, playing against Indians, you generally won't go into a cavalry kind of composition in terms of your army just because Indian camels, that's what they're built for. But it'll be interesting to see exactly the combinations we do see here overall and how they kind of do decide to play it out. So, checking out the map for Bact, over to the south, we've got his main gold here. So, south going to be down towards. Of course, can wall off that relatively easy if he does want to, because it is the edge of the map. The only thing being, this is a huge open area here towards the east side. I'm not sure exactly how he's going to be able to cover this one. Who knows? Maybe we get lucky. Maybe he does forward it. So, again, the best defense is a good offense. Towards the north, still really, really open as well. Stone going to be up there. Has started a small house wall across here. Looks like he does still have a small gap there, but that can be rectified quite easily. West is going to be his main lumber here and berries. Not sure exactly if he's going to be able to take a split lumber, and there's the barracks. Looks like we will be seeing some kind of drush play from him overall. I say that, but that's a really early uptime. Only 18 villages. I want to say a drush, but I don't think he's going to have the resources to do anything else. There's one villager. Second villager going to gold. He wouldn't be going for archers straight away. Surely not. But the big thing being, this is an extremely open map. So to see Bact go forward, I wouldn't be surprised. And there go the militia, actually. So it looks like he's really going to commit to that one. Might even see man-at-arms, depending on how this plays out. Over for Slam, again, towards the east, he's going to have his main lumber over here. Kind of not sure why he didn't go to the front, but I guess if he does want to get these walls up nice and early, going towards the back means he can't be raided just at all, really. Bact is going to have to push through these walls before he can do much. Towards the north, just have a secondary gold, 2 extra forests, even though this one over here is going to be a little bit more towards the northwest, I would say. Gold going to be over on the west as well, only downside going to be quite close towards this house wall here. But end of the day, we're not going to see archers firing that far for a lot of the game. Looks like the militia are kind of poking around at the moment, trying to find out where they can get in to do some damage, but thanks to the walls that I guess have just about completely gone up by Slam now, in a really good position there, trying to keep that wall open as best as possible. Did actually manage to snag a villager over here, really, really interesting that happened. I'm not sure if that was to a boar or to the light cavalry, really interesting. But either way, a villager down at the moment for Slam. And there's the wall coming up as well. Looks like these militia have been upgraded to man-at-arms at the frontier. Of course, Bact hitting the feudal age a little bit earlier, thanks to his incredibly early uptime. And there we go. Slam just hitting that one there as well. Moving on to the 2 gold. Not sure exactly what the plan behind this is. Double bit, man-at-arms coming down. So it looks like trying to get man-at-arms as well here. Swapping over, let's see exactly how many he has created. And only the 3 as well. So it looks like it should just be enough to clean these guys up. Some extra man-at-arms actually getting introduced now by Bact. And it looks like Slam's more interested in moving out. Or is he going to come around and try and get the hill bonus? Looks like he might be fishing for the hill bonus here. The extra man-at-arms, though, from Bact can actually make it a little bit harder to deal with this one. Of course, 3 vs 3, if you've got the hill advantage, not going to be too bad. With the 5, that makes it a little bit harder, and it looks like he might have actually scouted this and is trying to find them. A quick wall off here from Slam, but not quick enough. Villager's actually going to run into a little bit of trouble here, and the men-at-arms are in by the looks of things, or did that come up just in time? Looks like we've got 1 man-at-arm and going to push through this palisade. And going to try and keep this open using this men-at-arm. Really good positioning here. It's trying to make sure that can't actually be built there by standing on top of it. Bact actually playing a really, really smart game here overall. And trying to wall that one a little bit more. Potentially you could see the villager get killed here. Man-at-arms getting taken out. One apiece at the moment. Going to take that one out. And hill bonus there towards two of them. But Bact cleaning it up quite quickly. And there goes the stone wall. Getting there just in time. Was a little bit worried these walls weren't going to go up. Just because, well, Bact was having really good control there of his man-at-arm, making sure he was standing on the building site, doing the damage he could, and just pushing the villagers away in general. So it looks like this push from Bact is actually going to be slowed down quite significantly. Archery range is up for Slam, so going to be able to defend these walls quite effective now. Is kind of laying into his stone there overall. Is he taking stone from any location there at the moment? No, not yet. Interesting. Means, of course, if he does decide to go up to the castle age a little bit earlier, we'll have to mine some stone to get those extra town centers up. Only going to have the resource in the bank for one. Looking over at Bact, what have we got? His house walls there is actually quite efficient. He's walled off directly to the TC. Lumber in the back there will be quite safe. Of course, archers can kind of poke in over here, do a little bit of damage where they can, but move out against that. Slam back at base. Looks like he's kind of honestly just building this one up. Going to come, try and make sure he gets these walls up completely, and kind of just move from there, I think. Man-at-arms still poking and prodding, trying to get the damage done where they can, but we're going to speed things along a little bit here, just because we kind of know what's going on. Only 2 villagers, and should get that house up in time. Let's have a look. And there we go. So up in time, but forcing the house reaction, at least that's going to be 1 idle villagers. Or villager, I should say. And then we've got the archers going to be able to push this back easy enough. Once these walls have a couple of archers behind it, nothing that Bact can really throw at it with the man-at-arms until he gets some archers behind it himself to kind of push them back. Or kind of decides to go up to the next age, I guess is the big question. Population counts at the moment, 35 for Bact, 36 for Slam, 31 villagers for Bact, 32 for Slam, and 4 military apiece. So looking very, very even overall. What are we kind of seeing? There's the blacksmith for Bact. Still haven't actually seen a archery range, so he might be about to actually go blacksmith market and look at going up. Let's have a look. There's the resource. That's what we're looking to see there. And there's a stable, actually. Interesting. So going blacksmith and stable, then of course going to be able to get some camels out. Camels as the Indians, of course, going to be a little bit more superior than regulars, just with a little bit of extra armor bonus, which is honestly just a nice thing to have. Especially when you're going up against units such as knights. Like, they are such strong units in early Castle Age. They just soak up damage and deal it very, very quickly. Bact kind of realizing they might be getting pushed into a late game here. The walls from Slam gives him a lot of defense against any kind of raiding. He can really kind of dictate to where he wants to. What else have we got going on here? Tower is up for Slam as well, so a nice defensive location there. Kind of realizing that his front gold is going to be the main position here he can get attacked on quite easily. And it looks like the men-at-arms did make it through the back here, and the archers should be able to deal with this one quite efficiently. Some good stutter micro should ensure that he doesn't really lose any units, and going to get some swings in there. But, again, just some good micro, and sending that unit off there. Going to have to move that archer, going to lose 1 for 1 there. But end of the day, cleaning up all those men-at-arms without any real issues. Doing a little bit of scouting here by the looks of it, trying to see what's happening. We'll kind of notice that in the back is where all the forest is going to be taken from. So overall, Bact kind of has an idea of where he really needs to be putting his pressure on. Market is going down for Slam, however. Could be intending to buy his way up. Or, no, should enough food there. Looks like he... Has he got a blacksmith? I'm not seeing the blacksmith. Could be going market... Archery up. That's an interesting combination, actually. Interesting. What have we got going up from Bact? Bact going into a second stable. So it looks like we are going to see dual knight. Not knight. We are going to see a dual camel production from him. Castle is just about hitting. We did see bloodlines go down as well. Slam buying 100 food, going up to Castle. Looks like that's the reason he did decide to put that market down. Thought he may need to buy up to the next stage, and that's exactly what he has done. What are we kind of saying? The forward villager there from Bact. Not sure exactly what he's going to try and accomplish with it. Would be nice to actually see him go 1 TC full siege workshop at the front. Back that up with some camels and try and do some damage. In fact, there's the siege workshop overall. 1 mangonel, and he can push it against these houses quite effectively. I don't think we're at the point of the game where we're really going to see a ram yet. The ram, of course, kind of more towards ending the game than anything. So, not kind of seeing that happen this early. Couple of archers poking forward for Slam. Can potentially slip behind this lumber line where we were talking about earlier, so can get in and do a little bit of damage here. The farms are just really well defended, actually, looking at that. Can't get in the back here. Are we at risk of an overchop? We are at risk of an overchop, actually. That's only 4, 3, 2, 1. If you can get right in here in the wood line, that'd be fantastic. Looks like he's doing a little bit of scouting with these units here. And can he get on top of the wood line? Not even Bodkin Arrow or Fletching. Well, I'm not going to say Bodkin, he's not Castle Age yet. but not even a Bodkin arrow, interestingly enough. Stonewall coming up, trying to kind of defend this one as best as possible. But here's the attack on the front. The camels, of course, in play at the moment. Going down with wheelbarrow as well. Extra wall coming up behind this for Slam. He knows exactly what's going on now. Slam definitely on the back foot here overall. Very close in terms of villager count, but Bact will slowly pull ahead here. The camel, yep, cleaning that up with that huge bulk, 120 HP. The 2 armor on that one, easy. Slam going down with scale mail. Looks like he is predicting the camels coming in, so he will get some pikes out or some spears anyway to defend this. Does need to deal with that mangonel quite quickly, because this will be what kind of makes it... I guess it puts him on a timer as soon as this mangonel's out here. And we should be seeing more and more mangonels at this point overall. What are we seeing? Is that going to be another mangonel produced? No, but a Horde Monastery going down. Interesting. Not sure exactly what Bact's expecting here, but can get some converts, of course, against some buildings coming up. So really, any villagers kind of building up that wall, he can get some converts, push them away. Siege Workshop coming up in the back here defensively as well. From that, of course, one mangonel will kind of expect to sit behind this. Monastery going up for Slam, always a good call when you've got this kind of solid line of defense here. Get some converts on the camels, use them to take out the mangonels. Really, it's just an efficient way to go, if you can keep the monks alive, of course. I would say one camel convert and you've basically made your money back. So if he gets more than one convert with each monk, he's going to be looking like he's in a good situation there. Second monastery going down as well. Looks like he really wants to commit to this monastery style play. And monk just about out for Bact now and pushing forward with the camels. Mangonel moving forward as well. Still no second mangonel by the looks of things, so he is still playing it relatively safe. Hasn't 100% committed. Back home, still seeing the double stable. And nothing really else there. Interesting. What have we got? House coming up on the front. Just keeping this villager nice and useful. Good thing he's got the lumber in the back here. The lumber in the back is going to be extremely hard to take, actually. And here comes the house is down. There we go. The camels have made it into the economy. Pretty well walled off towards the town center, actually. Would have been nice to see a couple of houses coming across here to stop that. Monk trying to get the convert. And what were you trying to convert? Interesting. The monk is getting tickled there by the pike. It will kill it off eventually, of course. Has he got the convert on any of the camels? No, there goes the monk. That's going to be hurt. Not kind of what we wanted to see there, but, oh, well, what are you kind of going to do? There we go. You might have actually been going for the mangonel. Mangonel has been taken out nice and early. Camels taking out the villagers, or doing their best anyway. Don't think they're going to have enough damage output to really kill them off until they get to the town center. Is he going to get the... Nearly going to get the one there, but going to cop some damage. Oh, that's 2 down. And did he get a convert on the pike? Nice, actually. What's that going on there? Farmer, but is he attacking the mill? Interesting. Alright, cool. Not going to really comment on that one. Again, just trying to delay any kind of resource gathering here in the back. Really good wall off, though, so that's going to be in a relatively defensive location. And again, the monk trying to get another convert. And there we go, the first camel convert, I think, there. So going to be able to slowly start getting them. A couple of pikes, of course, going to be enough to deter these camels. You really don't want to push into them unless you have to. The +1 armor, always quite nice as well. And I guess the other thing being as well, Aztecs, always nice kind of thing to have there as well. There's the camel that was converted. Did lose the monk in the process here, but look, could be worse. I would say Bact, definitely on the back foot. And here comes the ram, actually. Quite a few camels at the front. This is going to be a little bit of an issue, I think, overall. 42 villages for Bact, 43 for Slam, 16 military for Bact, and 11 for Slam. Slam's still definitely on the back foot here overall. I think he's kind of... Man, if these camels do any more damage, he's going to start to really find a bad position here. He really needs to get these villagers working, keep the economy bonus as much as he can anyway. Backed in just a good position. Is cleaning up most of the camels here, actually. A little bit of a bad decision to engage, and, oh, going to get stuck in the back there. Pike's just so effective versus the camels. We've got barracks getting thrown up again, so it looks like he's going to go for extra pike production. And there's 2 camels. Will he get the third? He's got the third. Come on, garrison the monks. That was a really good... Man, that was a really good trade, actually, looking at that. The monks are kind of coming into their effectiveness here. This is good. And, oh, not what you want to see. Villagers fighting camels. The pikes are moving in. Did only lose 2 villagers in the fray there by the looks of things. 1 camel down. Could have been worse. Looks like the ram is actually being forced to retreat. And look at this, with the converts. Couple of rams. This is good. Bact actually going to be in trouble here on the front. Slam going to be able to move out, start doing some damage, potentially push this forward back. If he gets a couple more converts, where are we at? 100, 100, 100. If he gets the 3 converts here, this could actually put Bact on the back foot. Bact on the back foot. That's really funny. So, let's see how this goes. Going to potentially take out the ram here as well. And trying to get the camel back. Potentially going to get it the way this is going. But no, taken out there just in time. +1 damage on these guys, of course. So basically usurping as many of the camels as he can. And looks like we got a bit of ram versus ram combat here. That hill bonus making such a difference. Got to be very, very careful about that one, actually. Especially with rams, where it makes such a difference. Gonna take out the houses, and another monk going for Bact. Not looking good, actually. Bact has started the transition into some extra TCs, though. Currently up on 3, so pulling ahead in terms of villages. 53 compared to 44. What are we seeing here? Archery range, archery range, archery range. I wonder what transition we are actually going to see from Indians. Obviously an archer transition, but, you know, into what? Dealing with the siege workshop up the front here, quite efficiently, actually. And villager, it looks like, is Slam about to move forward? Let's have a little bit of a looky-looky. Moving some houses at the front here. And I think he's going to go forward with a couple of villagers now, actually. Sanctity going down, so really looking at utilizing those monks. Actually, quite a few out on the field here. Picking up the relics where he can as well. In fact, he's even got 2 there. Just going to have to be really, really careful with these camels. Doesn't want to run into those, but it looks like they are looking for a way into Slam's base to try and do some damage. That's a second TC. Have we seen a third one yet? There's the third going down for Slam. A little bit delayed, so Bact going to have a 12 villager advantage here, 59 to 47. End of the day, the more, I guess, time that Bact has... Oh, what's going on here? Some free camels? Why not? End of the day, the longer the game goes, the better position Bact is going to be in. So going to be really careful there for Slam. Needs to get in, do some kind of damage overall, and just kind of push the game back to his favor. Bact really starting to hit that economy, actually. 62 to 49 villagers, slowly pulling ahead further and further. Doing as much damage with the camels here as he can. Hopefully just going to be able to garrison up here. Yep, and defend against this fairly easily. The only thing I would be worried about at this point is going to be the couple of villages here, but with the town center on this side of the base now as well, going to be pretty easy to kind of take that wood without worrying too much, and there goes the stone gate as well. Oh man, this is going to be some more converts. This is some more converts. There's one. Man, if he gets like 3 or 4 more here, and he's got the monks to do it. Here we go. If he gets 3 or more. There's another 1, another 2, another 3. This is rough. This is really rough, actually. Is he going to lose a monk? No, they're healing him up. This is some good micro play by Slam. Really maximizing his economy and just, I guess, just trades at the moment. Most of his army is built up of, yeah, it's built up of Bact's own camels. This is fantastic play overall. Going to be able to push out with Bact's own units and then do some damage. Looks like he's putting some pressure on the stable there. Bought some wood. Is Slam going to go for an aggressive siege workshop now? Moving forward with this ram. I don't think he's got any more at home. This is an interesting play. Really, really interesting play. Slam's going from being, well, completely on the back foot overall. And is that an outpost? Looks like he wants to see what's going on. Slam going to be in potentially a good spot here to do some damage. Cavalry archer transition, though, from Bact. That's going to be awesome. Always a good point to see some, just, I guess, raid micros, some guerrilla tactics. Bodkin arrow, ballistics, definitely wants to get in there and do some damage. Can sit behind the gold, can kind of sit over here. The Tower of Kisi actually in a really good position to defend this area. What else has he got coming up? And I guess the only thing was this wood line in the back. He can kind of sit around though with all the cavalry archers. Not sure it's going to be too effective though. A lot of pikemen, of course, not going to stack up too well versus the cavalry archers. Here we go. It looks like Slam's going to see the cavalry archers. Here come the converts. Is he going to get any? That's 2 monks down. There's 1 cavalry archer. There's 2 cavalry archer. Potentially going to see a third. There's a third. And he's seeing the heals go off. Honestly, these monks haven't been getting bad trades at all. Camel's dealing with this quite effectively. And there goes Bact's raiding force. 3 converts and a 4th convert there by the looks of things overall. Trying to get another one. Man, these monks have been doing work for Slam. This is some really, really good play overall, actually. The pikes at the front here, of course, stopping their stables from any real production. And that's a lot of archer ranges. We've got 4 ranges in production, or 4 production ranges actually being used now by Bact. This is really rough, actually. These cavalry archers can take out the monks quite quickly, but if they kind of get caught off guard like that, and we see this many converts, this is rough. Is that a extra stable going down? Slam buying some stone. Looks like he might be going for the castle drop here, actually. Has he got villagers coming forward? No. How many has he got at the front? Looks like he's seeing 1 over here. And here come the forward villagers. It looks like we are going to be seeing a castle drop here from Slam. How aggressive is he going to get with it? Could potentially drop it right here, actually, and try and get that TC into a little bit of a pickle, I guess. Cavalry archers moving forward, moving back, trying to figure out a good engagement point here. Taking out, and could actually just try and put it right there, but would potentially risk the range here. And, whoa! That is an aggressive castle there on the hill. Always a good choice around the outpost, so he knows exactly what's coming. Bact has to do something about this. He can't let this castle go up. It can potentially divide his base in 2. The town center is going to be extremely close over here and here. It's not going to be able to maneuver around this easily. Of course, this is going to be a great staging point for Slam. Cavalry archers moving back in. Could potentially get the mangonel snipe here. We're going to see some converts. Going to go for the monks, actually. Sit right on top of the mangonel. This is a good play. And he's going to get the extra monk there. It's only got 1 HP. There we go. Mangonel. Awesome trade there for Bact. Didn't even lose any units. Got 3 monks. Got a Mangonel. Honestly, just a good place to be. And trying to defend this castle as best as possible. 1 Mangonel might be enough to do so. Here comes the monk converts. There's 1, 2, 3. This is good stuff. The villager pull's happening here. This is getting very intense for Bact. He knows he needs to deal with this one. Cavalry archers doing their best. The camels in dealing with the Mangonels. Pike's going to be able to clean up, hopefully, these camels nice and quickly. The monks. Garrison the monks. Come on, there we go. The monks have been garrisons. So they're going to be in a good place. Camels, of course, copping quite a bit of damage there from that castle. And the cavalry archers doing an amazing job here from Slam. Not even his own units. Barracks. Oh, man. This is a really good play. However, looks like he did lose control of some pikes here. Going to lose a couple for free by the looks of things. Oh, a little bit nasty overall. And there we go. Slam on his way up into Imperial. Chainmail on the way. 1 trebuchet, and this game is actually over. There's no way Bact has the units to be able to push into this. Why are these villagers coming forward? What are you doing? Villagers coming forward against the castle? Or is he trying to build a castle here? I guess that's the question. Let's have a look. No, he doesn't have the stone for it. What's he trying to do? There's another villager down. I'm not exactly sure. Eagle Warrior going down for Slam. This is going to be rough. We're about to see an Eagle transition here. Full raiding capability. It looks like we do have barracks up on the front. We've got a barracks back in the base. We're going to see some forward barracks. There was the forward barracks as well. Forward siege workshop. This is rough. We're about to see another castle. Another castle from Slam as well. He is not letting go of the stranglehold he's got here. Trying to do the damage where he can. Cavalry archers from back. Trying to poke in. Trying to prod. Trying to do some damage. Just can't get in there right now. There's nothing you can do against this fully walled off base. Oh, man. Bact may have the score lead, but Slam is in control here. Plate armor going down. This cavalry archer is going to be useless in a minute as soon as these eagles start to pop. Same could be said, actually, for the camels. They're going to take so much damage overall. Garrisoning the villagers. Looks like he's not taking any risks with this castle, actually. Not going to kind of sacrifice the lead now. He's starting to get there. And, oh, this is rough indeed. Here come the Eagle Warriors. We're waiting for that plate mail to go down. Squires as well. No elite Eagle Warrior yet, but here comes the build. Hopefully Bact doesn't notice that it is on its way up. Bact buying 100 food, and there we go. Clicking up to Imperial himself. Don't know if it's going to be enough, however, it might be too little, too late. What are we saying? Extra barracks going up. Look like he's predicting that we are going to see the flood here. 1 good Mangonel hit could make a difference, and there we go. The splash damage always helping out. The castle at the front here hasn't actually realized it's gone up, and losing so... Oh, man. Not what you want to see. Cavalry archers just getting taken down for free. And the Eagle Warriors on top of these Cavalry Archers, of course. Cavalry Archers only doing 8 damage at this point. 7 pierce armor for the Eagle Warriors. They can deal with this. Longsword from Bact, getting ready to go into that counter-aggression. Or even just defend his own base at this point, really. Scale Mail, Imperial Age is slowly getting there, but I think it's going to be too little too late. The Mangonel on the hill here, going to be able to push it around. He's losing a lot of his economy overall. But there's the Trebuchet, the engagement maker. Going to sit right between the castle there, of course. He's not going to have the units to push in against this. This Trebuchet is just going to have its own against whatever's going on. And Cavalry Archers across the top of the map here, just getting pushed away. Man, he's done a good job to kind of keep those Eagle Warriors away from his base. But right now, 96 vills apiece. 16 military for Bact compared to 17. We are dead even, but just the foothold that Slam has, absolutely amazing here. But here comes the Eagle Warrior spam. Squire's making such a difference, and no attack upgrades on these guys, but there's Elite Eagle Warrior dropping in now as well. You can pretty much say goodbye to your economy now, Bact. This is how it works. You've got no town center here in the middle to kind of defend. You've got the mill, but you can't really go to anything else. Bact trying to buy some stone, desperately trying to get a castle up here for defense. Is he going up in the middle here, or hasn't even placed it yet, actually? More barracks getting put up for Slam. He wants to get this Eagle Warrior flood happening properly. The Longswords doing their best to kind of defend here, but against the Elite Eagle Warriors, they just do not have the same kind of firepower. They don't have the same amount of armor as he's got on these upgrades right now. Chainmail on the way, but I just do not think it's going to be enough. Town Center getting taken down by the Trebuchet. This is just such a strong staging point, and here's the Eagle Warrior flood. Getting into the eco now. There's the Ram moving forward. Could potentially take out this Blacksmith quite quickly. See, look at this. One Eagle forces the entire economy, basically, into remission. The sneaky TC over here from Bact. Again, being raided by the Eagle Warriors. Not a good situation to be in. Two-handed swordsmen, squires, chainmail, all on the way. But again, it's just not going to be enough. I'm not sure what he's actually going to be able to do about this one. It's 107 villages compared to 92 of Bact now. He's starting to pull ahead. Castle up on the woodline here, on the farms to defend. Longswords out in play. Forging going down for Slam. Iron castings, however, for Bact. Asking for Slam. Slam looks like he really will start doing the damage now, actually, with these Eagle Warriors. Nullifying the economy over here. Starting to take down this town center. Ready to kill the villagers as soon as they pop, essentially. Getting very, very close now. Why is the Trebuchet packed? Looks like he's moving forward with that guy. And here we go. We should see the Eagles chase after these guys any minute now. Block printing, illumination, all these kind of things going down for Slam right now. Really trying to maximize all of his units on field. And we're seeing a little bit of... No, more Eagle Warriors attacking at the front. The flood happening. Monks moving out onto field. The castle is going down. Well, that's why he moved the Trebuchet. He wanted to take that castle down before he lost his own to the Trebuchets. Man, Slam has put in a phenomenal counterattack here. That's quite a few two-hand swords from Bact, but again, is the economy just too small at this point? Bact, he just doesn't have any kind of foothold against his opponent here. He's on the complete back foot. Look at the amount of barracks he's got there. Actually amazing. Another Trebuchet out, so we are seeing a little bit of a Treb walk here. The two-hand, of course, being used to defend against this. Gold Shaft, Handcart, both going down from Slam. Eagle Warriors in position here to defend against any kind of attack that comes in. Of course, the two-hand sword's not going to be able to push in effectively versus the castle. More raiding with a couple of Eagle Warriors happening over on the sneaky base. Man, I don't know what Bact can do here. I feel like he's just delaying the end, and oh man, here come the Jaguar Warriors. Jaguar Warriors, of course, can be extremely effective versus the two-handed swordsman. Really efficient unit to be using here. I wonder if he actually decides to go elite with it. Keeping that castle up. The double trebuchets, in fact, it's at a triple. A third trebuchet coming down here. There's the castle gone. Back slowly retaining his base here, or retaking, I should say. Oh, this is going to be rough, actually. I don't know if he's going to have enough to do it. I don't know if he's got the economy behind this. I understand he's got a lot of villagers on field, but he's got a lot of idols behind this as well. Where are all those two-hand swords at? Doing their best to kind of mop up the Eagles, doing their best to mop up the monks, the villagers, anything that's forward here, but those Eagles going to sit under that castle, going to do the damage. Slowly actually winning the Treb war here to everyone's surprise. Really interesting. Mangonel looks like potentially could try and get a hit on the two hands. Sneaky base, left garrisoned. Ugh, not sure how I feel about that. Extra sneaky base towards the top over here. 1,000 wood being sold by Slam. Looks like he's really going into the gold front here. Trebuchet is moving forward. Gonna have to be careful to keep these two hands here. He really needs to keep these guys on, because if these Eagle Warriors dash on, just attack him. Oh, maybe not the best place to unpack. Surprised he didn't keep targeting the Trebuchets there. Tries to get the hit. There we go. Mangonel down nice and quickly. Did get the converts on the two hands. That's a lot of converts on the two hand. Blast Furnace going down as well. Eagle Warriors doing their best. Trebuchet versus Trebuchet yet again. Another Monastery going down at the front here. There's the GG from Bact. He held out as long as he could, but this game was just running away on him far too quickly. Not really too much he could do against that. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed the game. We'll see